If you can't listen.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Oh.
They come with the set.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How many people look over here? Hey, anybody got a hat? Where is he? You see
To my young brothers, there's a term when there's stress and something needs to be done because of danger. And they'll go call out, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. And that's a call for help. As a senior, I'm calling for help. I would like for my young brothers that might have fallen or picked up this opportunity on YouTube or whatever source to hear. Our young men, and rather than shotgunning all the issues, we'll just stick with one. I'll say most of our young teenagers, probably all the way up to maybe mid-30s, many, will walk around with the pants sagging, with the pants. Initially, it was kind of like low on the hip, and then it kind of got down toward the buttocks, and in some cases, it's even below the buttocks. And I guess the question that I would ask those of you that participate in that, why? And I'd love to have a situation where we're debating it or discussing it face to face, because you have a reason why you're doing it, and the question is why? And the next question would be, what good does it do for the overall, well, for yourself, your own best mental status? But perhaps you feel good, but maybe it's done because of peer pressure. But the question is, where will that take you? And we talked about the title of this videotape is we want to see your mind rather than your behind. And the point is that when you are viewed with your pants the way that they are, how does that affect you in your community? And what would it do for you in your growth? In our society, the first thing that we want to do is to educate. Why do we want to educate? If we don't educate, people cannot grow to their full potential. The next thing is to assimilate into the society, become part of the society, become a valued member in the society. You have to ask yourself the question, what am I doing to further the society? And the major question, what if all of our, particularly our black leaders, say Martin Luther King, what if he had sagged and never made any effort to do anything? Our current president, Obama, what if he sagged? Could he become president? So we talked about these major people, and I often refer to those people as people who stood in the gap to make things better for all of us. And the question has to be, what does sagging do to lead to betterment of the society? And that's the thing that concerns me, and I'm sure it concerns a lot of other people as well. And so what I would encourage you to do is ask yourself, what am I doing that will lead to betterment of my society? And if you're not looking at that for that reason, that is the reason for the call for the Mayday. Because if you look around the world, third world countries, you look at the poverty that exists. You know, people sometimes they don't have proper water, food. Right now, there's a mass migration of people from a country called Serbia, and they're trying to reach Germany. And basically, Germany has said they would accept so many of these people, and there's thousands of them. And the point is that these people have to have food to eat, places to stay, etc., etc. And if you think that can only happen there, it can happen here. In the first place, it's going to happen. In fact, it's already happening pretty much in our communities. So if we continue to do the kinds of things that we're doing, we will not be able to benefit as much as we should. Like I said, I just wish that there was an opportunity to talk to those people who really are into it one-on-one. And I would encourage people, everyone, if you're a Sagger, think about what you're doing. If you are somebody listening to this that you're an educator, and I'm sure there are many other people that's doing something about this issue. Dr. Bolden, who has put this together, this video to get out, has this idea, and that's a wonderful thing. Hopefully, some of you will begin to think about what you're doing and change around the things that you're doing for a positive, because that's the idea. That's what we're really saying that you need to take hold of. Because, again, back to education. Education is what is going to make a difference in your life from a financial standpoint, and that's the key.
Miss, excuse me, I'd like to ask you a question.
Yes, Miss.
How do you feel about boys sagging their pants?
I don't know. I think it's disgusting.
What's disgusting about it? Can you please tell us?
Well, first of all, they have the pants below. You can see the drawers, and I think that's just downright disgusting. What are you doing that for? Oh, sorry. But yes, and it makes them look like thugs. So I think they should wear their pants up with a belt, look professional, carry themselves in a professional way, and they don't have to worry about it. They can get a job or anything else they want to do. They can do anything in life. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. What do you think about boys sagging their pants?
Well, it's really frustrating to me because it says a lot, I think, about this generation. You're not into doing the norm. You want to do your own thing, and there's nothing wrong with doing your own thing, except for the fact that it's a negative message. It's a negative message that you want to walk around unkept. And it says to society that you really don't have any goals, you really don't have any plans, you want to do what you want to do, and that's unfortunately not much. And we're better than that, I believe. And we have to make up our minds that we're going to demonstrate to the world who we are in a positive manner, and I don't see that being positive in any way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate that.
This isn't cool. You can't go and get a job with your pants down to your knees. Yeah, you can. Why do we need to see what color your drawers are? It's disgusting.
May I ask you a question? What do you think about boys sagging their pants?
I don't like boys sagging their pants. They should not do it. It started way back with the, hip hop type thing, and it was meant for a different culture, not for it to be showing the rear end and all this stuff. So it's part of our culture, but they end up taking it overboard and doing it the wrong way. So,
Exactly.
God bless you.
God
Take
bless you too,
care.
and thank you so much for
I'll see
that.
you later.
All
It's
right.
so cool, yo. This isn't y'all worth more than this. Do you understand that? You are worth more than this. Come on, have some pride about yourself. Have some respect and some dignity. Do you know who you are?
Yeah, I know. Stop being the big kids.
Come on now.
This is
Y'all following a trend that was started in prison.
Can you tell me, what do you think about boys sagging their pants?
Well, me personally, I don't really have a problem with them sagging their pants. There's a time and a place for everything. I'm more concerned, can they read? Can they write? Are they on task in their grades? Do they have values? And do they go to church? Do they have respect for themselves and their family? So if they're sagging because they're being rebellious, as children do, or they coming out of prison and that's what they had to do in prison and they still don't have no other way to be, that's the least of my worries amongst our people, whether they're sagging or not. I think what's important is knowing who you are, knowing your culture, and having some skills to negotiate being a human being on planet Earth. That's important to me.
But would you say that these boys know themselves? I mean, because if they really knew who they were, I don't think they would be sagging. What do you think?
Well, that's true. It goes back to, if you don't have a man in the home, your mom is there and she's at work and she's doing, 18 hours a day, they don't interact. So there's not self-respect, and the mother is concerned about keeping a roof over their heads, feeding them, and she's not really concerned about them sagging, because I think we should be concerned about the path to get him so they don't want to sag. That's just my personal opinion.
Right, okay, well, do you think that the majority of the ones who do sag are those who have not finished high school?
Well, the ones I see sagging, they're of the age that they're not in high school, and it's to be cute because everybody's sagging, but they don't have an understanding that a lot of the sagging is based upon the prison system where there is no belts, because you'll hang yourself or hurt somebody else, and then so the butt is hanging out, and that's availability for other type of activity, which is acceptable today. But the young kids really don't have an idea why they're sagging, other than to be rebellious and to be like everybody else.
So in other words, being a follower instead of a leader.
Well, being a part of a society where it's accepted and it is nurtured by the rap videos, by, it just, put it this way, it wouldn't even enter my mind to go to school sagging. I couldn't get out the house sagging, and it wouldn't have been something that I wanted to do. But that's how I was brought up and raised. So, but I recognize a lot of people that don't have that at home. But today there is people that are very intelligent in physics class, algebra, on track for college, and they're sagging because that's accepted in the culture. But they know the difference. They have a suit and tie on Sunday, and when they go places, they put on a suit and tie, and when it's time for the SAT test, they achieve. But they sagging too, and listening to rap music, the foulest rap music as well as conscious rap music. That's the culture that we live in. It's just the reality.
But what culture is that? That's really not our culture.
Well,
that's something they're trying to make become our culture.
Well,
what do you think that people? What do you think people see when they look at you like this?
Like they fruity, they want some. They want
young
some.
black men.
Ooh, I know what that means. I know what that means. You fruity in the booty. You want the hot dog in the bread. You want how y'all influence. You want the hot dog in the bread. You want the young man.
Come on now, y'all gotta be better than that. Y'all work more than that. Look at how y'all influencing these children. You guys are role models. This is who they want to be like. And y'all got these kids out here walking like y'all?
Yo, we don't want to do it no more.
You know what being a thug is gonna get you? Either 6 feet deep or in prison for a life.
Or rich.
Or rich. Really? But you can't even spend that money because you'll be in prison.
Man.
And guess how much money you'll be making? What, 25 cents an hour? Or making somebody else some some money. Or making exactly making somebody else some money. Passed around the person for a block of cigarettes.
So, how do you feel about boys sagging their pants?
So for me, I feel like sagging your pants really doesn't portray yourself in the best light.
I'm gonna show you something before you get out.
Especially, you know, I'm thinking from a standpoint when you're trying to get a job and trying to present yourself well for like interview purposes or trying to make a good impression on someone in the corporate world. I've heard someone say that, you know, oh, as long as you talk well, it doesn't matter if you sag your pants, or as long as you're educated or you're smart, doesn't matter. But for a job or a job interview, you might not get the chance to open your mouth if someone looks at you and they don't feel like you're worth them giving you their time to talk with you and to find out more about your personality or who you are. So it's really important, especially like trying to get a job or develop your career. It's really important to, you know, present yourself well, wear a nice suit, tuck your shirt in, things like that some people may not always know, but that first impression really goes a long way.
Yes, sir.
You know, I like that. I like that. That makes a lot of sense, because you said that, okay, even if a person is intelligent, even if they are educated, but if they're sagging their pants and they're going on a job interview, they might never even get to show that they're intelligent, because they might get shut down before they even get started.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
I can definitely understand what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. And I just feel like it's important for young men to know that, you know, the way they dress is really important. It says a lot about who you are. And, you know, maybe in your downtime when you're at home, you know, that might be one thing. But when you're out in the world and you want to be perceived as being educated or a person who's about their business, you really want to portray yourself, you know, in a more cleaned up way. And that means not sagging your pants all the time.
So for you, I mean, you're a young, beautiful black lady.
Thanks.
Would you date a guy who's sagging?
No. No. Especially, you know, just where I am now. Like, I feel like personally, you know, I mean, personality has a lot to do with, you know, who you choose in your mate. But I think sagging your pants might show that you're the type of person that doesn't care about your appearance or doesn't care about where you're going in life. So, you know, that is important to me as well in who I date.
Now, I really like that. And I mean, we could even put quotes around that. You said, boys who sag their pants, it looks like they don't even care where they're going in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, it can be, you can be perceived that way if you know, show in your personal appearance that you didn't really take the time to clean yourself up or to you know, make yourself look nice or presentable for, you know, your date, if I were dating you, or for your interview, if you're going on a job interview. And all of those first impressions make a really big impression.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time out.
You're welcome.
To help with this.
No problem.
Yeah. Is that what y'all want? No sex?
You're done.
Come on now. You guys are worth more than that. When I look at you, I want to see young kings walking out here who got some pride about themselves. King, boy. Y'all got to know who you are. That's right. You're worth more than this. Don't be a statistic. Don't be what society expects you to be.
So what do you think about boys sagging their pants?
Boys sagging pants because, I mean, in my opinion, one, you know, you want to try to look as professional as possible, you know, if you're trying to get some job, or two, if you're, you know, out there trying to look for a female companion, you know, you want to look good. And I don't really think, you know, too many girls are gonna, you know, talk to you if you're walking around and, I don't know, you just like have like your hair messed up, or you got, you know, like you walk around barefoot, you know, and if you walk around with sagging pants, I feel like it's the same thing. You know, you're not really dressed to impress. You're not trying to be your best. So it doesn't really make sense to walk around with your pants sagging, in my opinion.
I like that. You said you're not really dressed to impress, and you're not dressed the best. You're not doing your best.
Yeah.
To make yourself look presentable, professional, respectful. That's interesting. You know, one lady was telling me that when she saw some guys passing by sagging their pants, it made her feel like they were telling her to kiss their behind. Because back in the day when you did that, it was called mooning someone. And she said she felt like that's what they were doing. So it's a total disrespect.
Yeah, it is. It's completely disrespectful. And I don't know, like, just in my opinion, you know, like, I noticed the difference between how you're treated just by the general public. You know, I'm not even talking about, forget somebody that you know, I'm just talking about people that you don't even know. If, I don't know, like, at my job, I have to, like, dress up in, like, slacks and, you know, a button-up shirt, and the tie is optional. But usually, like, once I get off of work, and, you know, I'll just go to, I don't know, go to the gas station, or just go to Burger King even. And I don't know, just the way that they're, like, treat you, they'll say, oh, hello, sir, how can I help you, sir? You know, they start, like, talking to you, like, with a lot of respect, you know. But if I just came back from playing basketball or something, I'm just walking to the same place to get something, like, yeah, what do you want? Can I help you? You know, not like what do you want? Get out of here. But they're just, hey, you know, what's your order? You know, it's just, you're not really treated like you're, you know, like they really want your business. You know, like they're desperate for your business and they want you to come back. It's different. You know, they're like, oh, okay, this person, you know, looks like he's this type of person, and looks like he has a certain style. You know, maybe you might be able to get him to come back, return business. You know, it'd be nice. You know, so they treat you just a little bit. It's a little bit nicer, which is nice. Everybody likes to be treated nice.
Yeah.
You know?
So there's even a difference in how they treat you.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Now see, that's big. So why would somebody want to walk around like that? I mean, considering all of what you said and all of what we've heard so far, why would somebody even want to do it? You think it's because they want attention?
It might be they want attention, but I think they probably just don't know. You know, if they did try to, you know, just walk around for maybe an hour or two in like a nice jacket and a tie, just up and down the street, and then just see the way that they're treated, I think they'll like it a lot.
Yeah.
You know, versus the way they're treated when he's walking around with the cat saying and the people just looking at him, just looking the other way and not even caring. It's a completely different reaction.
Yeah.
So, some old ladies even coming up to you, like, oh, here you go, you can have a shopping cart. You know, I was like, oh, that was nice of her. You know, and just people saying, how you doing today? Doing fine, thank you. Don't know you, but okay. You know, you know, it's different. It's nice.
Well, thank you very much for taking time out to give us your viewpoint on boys sagging pants, and hopefully we'll help somebody out there.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because some of them are beginning to be transformed for the better.
Understand? We need you in these streets, not selling dope, not looking like gangsters, not pimping yourselves out.
Sell dope.
We need you to be more than this. We need you in these communities. We need you to be role models for these young kids. You understand?
Yes, I would like to know, what do you think about boys sagging their pants?
I think it looks just disgusting. Nobody wants to see young men with their underwear showing. I think it's not setting a good example for those for their children. I've seen young boys and their little kids have their pants sagging, and that just doesn't set a good example, a positive example. And we just need to be positive. Most of the young men don't even know why they're wearing their pants like that. And it just doesn't look good. It doesn't represent them. And if they're going in to look for a job or something, it's just not proper wear. Okay?
You have any suggestions on what we could do to try to help these young guys?
Not really. If maybe, because I know they probably won't listen to women. But if some of the older gentlemen would maybe approach them in a positive way and let them know where the whole idea of this baggy pants came from, maybe that would help, and maybe that would help them, and maybe they would listen to them.
Okay. Well, that's definitely a good thought.
Okay.
It's a good idea. All right then. Well, thank you for your time.
You're
I
very
definitely
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Skipping it up. The one brother with a belt on, he gonna just run and win the race. And that's the race that we have to teach our kids about life. If you're sagging, you're gonna lose every time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I like it. Thank you.
Look, I'm sick of looking at them.
Yeah.
Any of the grandkids, they get ready to get. No, you can't get in my car. Nah, pull your pants up. You can't come in the house. You can't get in the car.
That's true.
Because I'm not having it.
But as long as y'all don't know who you are, you're going to be whatever society says you are. And what they say is that your lives don't matter. What? So are y'all living up to them statistics?
I seen a guy
of young black men, dropouts, in prison, having 4 or 5 kids running around here, not taking care of nobody, not handling responsibilities.
I seen a
We want more from you, black men.
I ain't even saying.
So you got to battle us. So now you're going to, this is how you're going to represent yourself in this world? With your belt on and your pants up?
Yeah, unless
we don't need to see your drawers, right?
If Gucci is down.
We don't need to see your drawers, right?
Yep.
We need to see your mind. Okay? You're better than this. So since we got one person to be a leader, who's the next?
I'm a leader.
Are you a leader?
Yeah, I'm a leader.
Let me see how you wearing your shorts. Pulled up. Okay. Okay, the young man. I'm a leader. You're a leader? All right. Okay. What about you? You ready to be a leader?
No, I'm a captain.
Oh, okay. Young man, you ready to be a leader? I'm a leader. Okay. All right, petite shorts, you ready to be a leader? Show us how it's done, Captain. Pull them up. Okay. Give it up. Give it up. That's what I'm talking about. Intelligent young black men. Yes. That's what the world needs to fear. Thank you. Your mind.
Wait, why fear intelligent black men?
When I think of the boys sagging in this time, it just breaks my heart. It truly breaks my heart. It brings to mind a couple of things. One of the things is disrespect. Disrespect to others. Because in history, or just in life, when anyone exposes their rear, it is a disrespect to the other person who's observing that, who sees that. And so it's a disrespect. But the part that really breaks my heart is that it's a disrespect for themselves. Because when someone, and when we look back in our past as a people, the men were disrespected by their nakedness, by being bare before the world. In times past of slavery, that sort of thing. Yeah. So it is a disrespect to them as a man, and that's how I see it. And it just breaks my heart. There was a time here lately, a couple of times this year, actually for the first time for me. I was just walking down the street, and this young man had his pants down. And when he noticed me, and when he saw me, and just as I approached him, he was walking past me. He pulled his pants up. He pulled them up. And I told him thank you. Because to me, it gave a sense of being respectful. And there was another occasion, I remember my son telling me, he says, Mom, he says, I don't want you to go to the barbershop, or one of his friends. I want you to be sure and call me before you go. But you know what? I have my little grandson. I want to take him to get a haircut, and I just went. But when I got there, them pants were sagging real low. But when he saw me, he immediately pulled them up. And I thank him for that, for respect. I remember one time I saw one of the young men just out there. I didn't know him. It was in the Bay Area in Richmond. And I went to him and I asked him, I said, you know, I said, being an older person, a grandma with even a young grandson, I said, what do you want me to say to you when I see you on the streets? I said, what do you want me to call you? Hello, young man, or hello, you know, whatever. And he said, it doesn't matter. He said, just as long as you speak. And that just really touched my heart, because what he was saying is, it doesn't matter when you see me, just as long as you acknowledge me. And I think that as a people, just as we interact and we see our young men on the streets, if we can simply just give them some respect by acknowledging them, that they're there.
But even though, okay, this young man feels this way, he said he doesn't care what you call him as long as you acknowledge him, okay, and as long as you have respect for him. But then some people look at him and think, oh, well, he doesn't have respect for himself, but yet he wants me to have respect for him.
I think that there's a time when somebody has to step up and make the first move. And I think that the best ones that have the chance oftentimes is those who are older, who are more mature. Because in a real sense, if you really look at it, and especially when you're looking at who we are and our age, they're children. They're children still. And I think that as a community, maybe we can have some input in letting them have that sense of that they are in a community, that they are not here by themselves, that they are not alone. It's just not all about their world, but there's a bigger world around it, a bigger community around them that they need to also be mindful of. And I would just hope that that would relate to them a respect for themselves as well.
That's all good. Still fair.
That's great.
We need you in these streets, not selling dope, not looking like gangsters, not pimping yourselves out. We need you to be more than this. We need you in these communities. We need you to be role models for these young kids. You understand? But as long as y'all don't know who you are, you're going to be whatever society says you are. And what they say is that your life don't matter. What? So are y'all living up to them statistics? I seen the guy. Young black men drop out in prison, having 4 or 5 kids running around here, not taking care of nobody, not handling responsibility. I seen a hobo walk. It starts with how you represent yourself in this world. How are y'all showing up in this world? Huh? We want more from you, black men.
I ain't even say. I got a better.
Oh, so you got a better. So now this is how you're gonna represent yourself in this world? With your belt on and your pants up?
Yeah,
we don't need to see your drawers, right? We don't need to see your drawers, right?
Yep.
We need to see your mind.
No, you can't get in my car. Pull your pants up. You can't come in the house. You can't get in the car. Because I'm not having it.